Whatever your thing is, we've got the right.
So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to the Global Women Empowerment Summit being organized by Idym, Igniting Dreams of Young Mind Foundation. So, this is the fourth day, and yes, we are celebrating not just the Women's Day, but in fact, we are celebrating this whole week as the Women's Day week. And yes, today is the fourth day of the conference, and today's topic is gender gap in leadership growth. To discuss over the topic, we have three eminent speakers. Preeti Dabadi ma'am, she is the principal of PBE English Medium Secondary School and Junior College from Pune. Then we have Poonam Gothi ma'am from UP and Dr. Shanoli Ray, she is the founder and CEO of Advision and also a principal from Haldia West Bengal. And yes, as per our topic, we know that today women has entered in every field. Education, entertainment, business, everywhere women have made their own stand. They are leading in every field. Of course, the number of women has increased. And think the global data for the women in leadership roles also says that in the last few years, especially from 2017 to 2022, there has been a drastic increase in the number of women as the leadership role. But the fact is that the gender gap still exists in every field. We are not able to find the equality over there. Yes, so women are studying, the women are getting higher, going for higher education, going for jobs and all, but there lies a gap in the gender gap, not just a gap, a gender gap in this leadership position. So now let's start with the discussion. So we have the eminent panelists with us, and they will be putting on their own views on this particular topic. So for this, I invite the first speaker, Shanuli Ray, ma'am. Ma'am, please take over the stage.
Good evening to all. It's an honor to present a topic that is not only relevant but also critical for the progress of our society. Today, I want to address issues of the gender gap in leadership roles. Being in a leadership position, I have some experience that I think in this generation or during this time period, we should be more aware of this and work together to eliminate this gender gap. Despite the significant strides made in gender equality over the past few decades, women still remain underrepresented in leadership positions across many industries and sectors. This is a problem that affects not only women but also our society as a whole. the lack of female representation in leadership roles not only undermines our efforts towards gender equality, but also deprives us of the invaluable contributions that women can bring to the table. Research shows that till now, only 22% of the Fortune 500 company board seats are occupied by women. But research also shows that companies with a higher percentage of women in leadership positions tend to perform better. This is because women are inborn multitaskers. They bring diverse perspectives, skills, experiences that can lead to more creative and effective decision making. Furthermore, they tend to have uh, shown a higher employee engagement in a company, and also they can bring better customer satisfaction. However, despite all these benefits, women still face significant obstacles when it comes to reaching leadership roles. The gender gap in leadership positions is due to a multitude of factors, including unconscious bias, lack of female role models, and social expectations that view women as less competent or less committed to their careers than men. To address this problem, I think we must take proactive steps to eliminate the barriers that prevent women from reaching leadership positions. This includes initiatives such as special sponsorship for women oriented programs and providing them mentoring, also gender neutral hiring and promotion process, also increased representation of women on corporate boards and in senior leadership positions. We must also work to challenge and eliminate the social norms and stereotypes that perpetuate gender discrimination. So, in conclusion, I can say that achieving gender equality in leadership positions is not just a matter of fairness. It is essential for the success of our businesses, organizations, and society as a whole. Even in education, we can see very few leadership, women leadership position in universities. We can see schools principals as women, but very few vice chancellors as women. So we have to come out of this taboo. We must all work together to create a more equitable world where women are fully represented in their leadership roles and their voices are heard and valued. That is what I want for the society to bring forward and progress. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. And yes, as said by you, this is something which I really talk about most of the time. Like at the school level, you can find many women, you can find women as principal, but if you see even the college level, you see there will be less number of female professors. The number of
Yes.
female professors is less.
Especially in STEM field.
Yeah,
I think
especially in STEM field. Yes, of course. Especially in the STEM field, at the when you go for the higher education institutes, any kind of colleges, whether they are UG, PG, or all, there will be less number of females. And over that, like you were talking, like working as dean or working as
yes.
HODs or especially the vice chancellor, principal, you will find less number of women. Like we are from education field, so this is something which we are noticing it every day. And in fact, in other fields also, like if we talk about politics and all,
Politics. Yes,
yes,
politics. A very few women head are there in the states and all.
yes,
In
not in
Bengal,
this,
I am from Bengal. We have
yes,
a
you have
women
a women
head.
chief minister, right?
Yes, but
But
otherwise,
otherwise,
even
if
in
you see,
worldwide, only 22 countries have still now women head.
yes,
So that is very few number of women head.
Yeah. The percentage is very less for the people. If we take for them as a ministers, chief ministers, or prime minister or president, there are less number of women or less number of women working as CEOs of the companies. In fact, yes, for IDYM again, if we see this, yes, we have our CEO, those and both the CMC, they both have women. Dinu Lasmi and Dinat ma'am. Okay, so thank you very much, ma'am, Shanali ma'am, for you sharing your views. And with this, I would like to call upon the next speaker, Preeti Davare, ma'am, from Pune.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello,
Good
ma'am.
evening to all.
Good evening.
First of all, we will see what is gender gap. Men are given preference to hold leadership positions than women. That is the main thing. But why this is happening? If you see any field like politics, as you said just now, education, business, even if we talk about Bollywood, heroines are given less roles as compared to duration of the role, duration of the dialogues also is less as compared to heroes dialogues. Why this is happening? I must say these may be few reasons behind that. One can be confidence, self motivation. We are actually at this stage that we are considering ourselves that we are less, so we are not given that much importance. Then women are seen as, to take care of household responsibilities. They are meant to do that. So that could be one of the reasons that household responsibilities is job of women. Then less importance is given to women and their education. I would like to give an example. Now I'm teaching to standard 10. Maths is my subject, and I'm teaching to one child who is going to get married after her exam. And in that case, I'm failing to tell the parents that no, you should give importance to her education. So this is the condition we are facing in India. The women are considered as secondary income source. They are not considered as primary income source. Then, if we talk about competencies and skills, this work is not meant for women. This requires more physical fitness. Like that, also condition we are seeing. So, competencies, skills, then particular skill is meant for men. This is not meant for ladies. Like that, also barriers are there in our society, and it is from ancient time actually. It is not from today or from yesterday, and I think it will continue till tomorrow also, if I am not mistaken. But still, we can work on it. I feel we, the women, have power to change the world. So we should do for women, by the women, and to the women. Like that, strategy should be applied so that we, the women, can stand in front of the society to change the world. If someone gives us the opportunities, then we have power to change the world, to change India's economy, according to me. So for that, first of all, men should change the way to look at the women. They should treat as if we are also like men. We can also do many things which they cannot. Second thing is that there should not be any gender biasness. There should be some strategies to promote women to hold leadership positions. For that, lectures, seminars, awareness activities should be planned to boost the confidence of the ladies, I mean women. Then the most important factor is self motivation. Women should motivate themselves so that there will be change in the scenario. That's all from my end.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, as he was saying, that women have to be self-motivated. That is also more important. And because sometimes, and like you were talking about, yes, we are handling a lot of responsibilities also. And sometimes because we are being told, like we have to look after the family, we have to look after the work. So here, along with staying motivated, we need to learn how to balance this personal as well as the professional life. Because even in the, and when there are incidences which I was just today I was just discussing with a colleague where she just went for a job and she was questioned like, okay, because job which you are applying, it has long working hours. So will you be ready to wait? Like after 5 o'clock or after 6 o'clock, will you be ready to wait? If you're called to work when it is some holiday, will you be able to come? So this are some of the questions, which actually arises, and it is not only the people are asking before going for such jobs. Even we will think twice. Okay, can I wait for long working hours? Can I be able to handle it? So because of this, sometimes the women just limit themselves and they don't go for, because yes, when we talk about leadership position and you are principal, so you must be knowing. We can't keep it as like a 10 to 5 job when you are a principal. It is not that easy. Okay, so thank you very much, Preeti ma'am, for sharing your views. And with this, I call upon the next speaker, Poonam Gothi ma'am. Poonam ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, please. Yeah,
Very good evening
good evening,
to all
ma'am.
of you. I am very thankful to IDBIM by giving me chance for presenting my view about the leadership, gender gap in leadership role. मैम, हम भारत की बात करें तो हम बहुत से क्षेत्रों में देखना चाहेंगे, चाहे वो धार्मिक हो, सामाजिक हो, राजनीतिक हो, पारिवारिक हो, जिसमें महिलाओं की एक महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका रही है, उनमें नेतृत्व की क्षमता थी। इसको समझने के लिए हम अपने प्राचीन समय से अगर चले तो प्राचीन काल में, जैसा कि हम जानते हैं कि महिलाओं ने हर एक फील्ड में, चाहे वो राजनीतिक हो, सामाजिक हो, धार्मिक हो, चाहे शिक्षा का क्षेत्र हो, सब में उन्होंने एक महत्वपूर्ण योगदान दिया था, जिसमें कि हम सती अनसुईया की बात कर सकते हैं, जिन्होंने अपने सतीत्व को प्रस्तुत करने के लिए ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश को अपने पुत्र के रूप में बनाया था। मतलब उनके में वो शक्ति थी, वो नेतृत्व की क्षमता थी कि वो ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश को अपना पुत्र बना सकी, जिससे कि उन्होंने जब उनको ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश को उन्होंने वापिस ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश के रूप में प्रस्तुत किया, तो उस समय उन्होंने दत्तात्रेय भगवान को के रूप में उनको प्राप्त किया। इसी तरह से हम सावित्री की बात करें, उसमें भी क्षमता थी कि उसने अपने पति को वापस प्राप्त किया, उसके प्राणों को प्राप्त किया अपनी क्षमता से। हम कुंती की बात करें, हम द्रौपदी की बात करें, हम सीता की बात करें, उनमें नेतृत्व करने की क्षमता थी। लेकिन धीरे धीरे जब हमारा समाज एक सभ्य समाज होने के साथ साथ बहुत आगे बढ़ रहा था, तो हमारे समाज पे आक्रमणकारियों ने जब हमला करना शुरू किया, तो हमने महिला को कमजोर समझा, स्त्रियों को कमजोर समझा और उनको हम संकुचित करने लग गए। कहीं भी जब हमने वर्ण व्यवस्था की बात देखी, जहां पे कहीं भी ये नहीं लिखा है कि महिलाओं को शिक्षा का अधिकार नहीं था। हमने आश्रम व्यवस्था में जब पढ़ा, उसमें भी कहीं ऐसा नहीं था, जो कि हमारे पास सामने उदाहरण आता है कि महिलाओं को आश्रम व्यवस्था का अधिकार नहीं था। लेकिन धीरे धीरे जैसे जैसे आक्रमणकारी आते गए या हमारे यहाँ जाति प्रथा का आविष्कार होता गया और आक्रमणकारियों के आगमन से महिलाओं के अंदर जो एक ये भावना बचपन से भरी जाने लग गई कि तुमको अनुकरणीय बनना है, तुम्हारे अंदर ये क्षमता नहीं है, और पुरुष प्रधान समाज जो है वो एक नया जन्म लेने लगा। हमारे भारत में ही पितृसत्तात्मक परिवार के साथ साथ मातृ सत्तात्मक परिवार भी था, जहां पे कि माताओं को पूरे हक प्राप्त थे, सब कुछ प्राप्त था। हम आदिवासियों की बात करें तो आदिवासियों में भी पुरुष की तुलना में महिलाओं को ज्यादा हक था, वो ज्यादा नेतृत्व करती थी। उनको चाहे वो मतलब विवाह का क्षेत्र हो, उसमें भी उनको सब चीजों में ज्यादा हक प्राप्त था। लेकिन धीरे धीरे जैसे जैसे हमारे यहाँ आक्रमणकारी आते गए, हमारी मानसिकता जो है वो बदलती गई और हमारी क्षमता जो है वो संकीर्ण हो गई, और हमारे अंदर ये भावना बचपन से भर दी गई कि हमारे अंदर नेतृत्व करने की क्षमता नहीं है। आज हम उसी भावनाओं के चलते जब हमारे यहाँ आतंकवाद जब हमारे यहाँ ब्रिटिश रूल आया, तो कुछ लोगों ने, कुछ महिलाओं ने एक सशक्त उदाहरण नेतृत्व का प्रस्तुत किया, जिसमें रानी लक्ष्मीबाई एक सशक्त उदाहरण है कि उन्होंने अपने नेतृत्व की क्षमता से झुकी नहीं, उन्होंने अपना एक सशक्त उदाहरण प्रस्तुत किया। इसके बाद जब हम आगे बढ़ते गए तो हमारे सामने सरोजिनी नायडू, मदर टेरेसा, इंदिरा गांधी इत्यादि एक सशक्त उदाहरण थी। लेकिन हम पीछे क्यों हैं? उसका सबसे मेन कारण ये है कि हमारी मानसिकता आज भी ये नहीं आई है कि हमारे में नेतृत्व करने की क्षमता है। हम किसी भी क्षेत्र में निर्णय लेने के पहले 10 बार सोचते हैं कि क्या ये हमारा निर्णय सही होगा, क्या हम वास्तव में ये काम जो कर रहे हैं वो एकदम सही है। तो जब हम अपने अंदर आत्मविश्वास आज तक नहीं भर पाए तो हम किसी भी क्षेत्र में कैसे आगे हो पाएंगे। हम किसी को भी दोष दें या हम जितने भी डाटा उठा के देख ले तो उससे कुछ भी नहीं है हासिल, जब तक कि हमारे अंदर या हम जिसको भी शिक्षा दे रहे हैं, लड़कियों को जो भी हम शिक्षा दे रहे हैं, तो उनको बस ये सिखाएं कि हमें कोई भी निर्णय हम ले, चाहे वो गलत ले या सही ले, लेकिन हमारे अंदर ये क्षमता होनी चाहिए कि हम निर्णय ले सकते हैं। तभी हम किसी भी चीज में नेतृत्व कर पाएंगे, नहीं तो हम अनुकरणीय बन के रह जाएंगे, कभी भी हम स्वयं को साबित नहीं कर पाएंगे। डाटा तो बहुत लंबे लंबे हैं कि यहाँ 30% है, यहाँ 42% है, यहाँ 12% है, यहाँ 5% है। 2014 में जो G20 सम्मेलन हुआ था उसमें 52 पुरुष थे और मात्र 5 महिलाएं थी। तो हम डाटे की बात करेंगे तो वो तो हमको मिलेगा ही मिलेगा, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ जो आज का समय आज भी पितृसत्तात्मक परिवार है, ना कि मात्र सत्तात्मक परिवार है। हम बहुत सिंपल, शादी होती है, सपोज मेरी शादी हुई, मैं पंजाबी थी बट गुजराती में शादी हुई, मैंने जस्ट अपना जो है सरनेम चेंज कर लिया, पूनम अरोड़ा से पूनम गोठी हो गई। मैंने ये कहा ही नहीं एक बार कि नहीं मुझे पूनम अरोड़ा ही लिखना है, मैं गोठी नहीं लिखूंगी, क्योंकि मुझे ये था, वैसी बचपन से धारणा दी गई कि आपको अपने पति के नाम को ही लेना है, अपने पति के नाम को ही धारण करना है। तो हम नेतृत्व की क्षमता कहाँ से अपने अंदर ला पाएंगे? आज का जो हमारी स्त्रियां हैं वो इस बात को मानने को तैयार हैं कि हाँ उनके में नेतृत्व की क्षमता है, लेकिन वो घर के दायरे के अंदर अपनी बात नहीं कह पाती है। वो 10 जने के बीच में बैठ के समाज में अच्छी अच्छी बात करने के लिए तो बात कह लेंगी, लेकिन अगर उसके पिता, उसका भाई, उसका पति अगर कोई निर्णय कह दे, आज भी महिलाओं में ये हिम्मत नहीं कि नहीं मुझे ये काम करना ही करना है। तो जब तक वो हिम्मत, वो कॉन्फिडेंस हमारे अंदर नहीं आएगा, हमारे को नेतृत्व की भावना, कहीं भी कुछ भी नहीं हम कर पाएंगे उसको करने के लिए, क्योंकि सब्जेक्ट इतना ब्रॉड है कि चाहे वो राजनीतिक, सामाजिक, धार्मिक, कोई भी क्षेत्र हो, जब तक हम पारिवारिक रूप से अपने अंदर एक ये धारणा नहीं लाएंगे कि हाँ महिलाओं को भी हक प्राप्त है हर एक क्षेत्र में, तब तक हम कभी भी नेतृत्व की क्षमता कहीं भी नहीं दे सकते। सरकार हमको 20% की जगह 40% भी दे दे, लेकिन हम अपने को प्रदर्शित कर ही नहीं पाएंगे, क्योंकि हमारा जो विकास होता है भारतीय, विशेषकर भारतीय समाज में लड़कियों का जो विकास होता है, उनको आज भी यही कहा जाता है कि तुम तब सुरक्षित हो जब तुम्हारे साथ तुम्हारा छोटा भाई भी जा रहा हो, भले वो भाई 2 साल का हो, उसकी उंगली पकड़ के हम लेके जा रहे हो, लेकिन वो भाई हमारी रक्षा करेगा, भले वो 2 साल का भाई हो। तो ये धारणा जब तक नहीं बदलेगी तब तक कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता। सॉरी अगर मैंने ज्यादा बोल दिया, लेकिन ये एक फैक्ट है जिसको कि हमें स्वीकार करना होगा कि हमें अपने हक के लिए खुद आगे आना होगा। थैंक यू। मैं इसी के साथ अपने शब्दों को समाप्त करती हूँ।
मैम दैट इज मतलब आपने तो एकदम सच्चाई बयान की है मैडम। एंड यस, जैसे प्रीति दापाड़े मैम कुछ देर पहले कह रही थी सेल्फ मोटिवेशन के बारे में, और दूसरा एक चीज ये जो आपने एकदम सच्चाई बताई, मतलब हम लोग स्पेशली अभी आज तो हम लोग सारी भारत से ही आज जितने हमारे स्पीकर्स हैं, तो ये तो बचपन से हम लोग इसी भावना के साथ बड़े हुए हैं एक्चुअली। तो ये जो सेल्फ मोटिवेशन की बात करते हैं हम लोग, लीडरशिप की बात करते हैं, तो व्हेन वी आर नॉट रेडी टू कम आउट ऑफ इट, वी आर नॉट रेडी टू टेक ओवर डिसीजंस। और जैसे कि आपने कहा कि हम लोग नहीं, जब एक घर में किसी ने हमको डिसीजन दे दिया, हमारे चाहे फादर ने या हस्बैंड ने, तो हम उसके अगेंस्ट कभी बोलते हैं, हमको लगता है अच्छा ठीक है इन्होंने बोल दिया हमको मानना है। everything. And yes, but sometimes not every, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं कि हम उनके हर डिसीजन को अपोज करें, लेकिन हो सकता है कभी कभी अगर ऐसा लगता है हमें कि नहीं ये हमें ठीक नहीं लग रहा है, लेकिन भी ये भी बोलने की हिम्मत बहुत कम लोगों में,
बहुत कम, बहुत कम है,
बहुत
बहुत
ही
कम।
कम, बहुत कम लोगों को। that is very good point. And एक और मेंबर हमारे साथ ज्वाइन हुए हैं, ये अदिति
मैम,
मैम।
ऐसे जो मैंने बोला है, लेकिन अगर मैं बात बताऊं, हम लोग 6 बहनें हैं, 6 बहनें थे, मतलब 2 नहीं है, लेकिन मेरे पिताजी ने हर एक लड़की को ज्यादा पढ़ाया, ज्यादा वो किया, क्योंकि बोले कि मेरा बिजनेस तो मेरे बच्चे लड़के संभाल लेंगे, लेकिन मुझे मेरी बेटी को दूसरी जगह भेजना है, वो कभी किसी भी एक के आगे झुके ना, तो इसलिए उन्होंने हर एक बेटी को अपनी बहुत ऊंची शिक्षा दी, और उसके बाद ये कहा जहां गलत है कभी झुकना मत, और अपनी बात को कहना जरूर, भले कोई सुने या ना सुने, लेकिन अपनी बात कभी ऐसा मत करना कि उसको रखो ही मत, अपनी बात रखना जरूर, अगर तुम सही हो तो कभी झुकना मत।
That's also really very wonderful thing which has been told by your father. And we also have one more member, Aditi Roy ma'am is also there. She has also joined with us, and I can see continuously her smiling face, like she was just listening. She was very patiently listening to all the three speakers which have spoken. And now we would like to hear from you.
Yes, all of you were true, because it's not about, I'm a teacher, biology teacher. So I'll tell you from the point of science and biology. So it's not about the competition between male and women. It is not about that gender equality, where did it come from? And it is about the respect to each other, respect for all. So whether I am whatever religion I am, whatever human being I am, whatever country I belong to, we should have respect for each other. So from there comes the equality, sense of equality. By nature, agar biologically, if you see biologically, we women are definitely weaker than men. Our body structure is, our bone density is lesser than men. Our brain weight and volume is lesser than men. This is the scientific fact. And also we have less what you call power, muscle power, than men. Okay, but that does not stop us from, because we use only 10% of our neural cells, brain cells. So somebody uses 10%, is that's enough. More than somebody uses 12%, that doesn't. Every power lies here, not anywhere else, not in the hands or not in the muscle. The power and the thought lies in the head. So, I mean, if we women are united, if the mother teaches the child, the girl and the son in the equal way, that you both are equal to me, as she was saying about, we children, I was blessed, I was born in Kolkata, and it was a very advanced city then. And my parents were, very advanced, especially my father was very advanced, and he treated all 5 sisters and 1 brother, treated equally well. And there was no hindrance, no bar that you shouldn't do this and that. So that was, I was blessed with that. Everybody is not blessed. But at the same time, if the parents, if the father and the mother, they treat children equally, and they say that the boy is equal to the girl, whatever the girl can do or you're allowed. But there are safety needs also, because as I said, biologically, women are weaker. All right. So it is easier to, abuse them. Is easier to, because biologically, if you hit a woman, you cannot hit back the man. So if you fight between a man and woman, women is not. So it is a fight. We have to fight from here, not by the muscle. So the fight is from here. We have to think every girl should be empowered, and they should be. It is not muscle power. It is the mental power. It is your willpower that you have to show, and empowerment, economic independence. That is also very important, unless women are economically independent. All right. So it's not that if the wife is earning more, it's not that the family will enjoy equally. It's not that, not that they won't say that you are earning more, because this is a family income. So it's always there that children should be taught, and it is the mother's duty. I tell it that it is a parent's duty, especially if a mother empowers herself, if the mother thinks that I'll treat my son and my daughter equally. Think about this. Think about that. Are we treating our children? I'm blessed with 2 daughters only. So it's my case, it's not applicable. If you have a son and a daughter, Are you treating them equally? Ask yourself. All those who are present here, are you treating them equally? Are you doing any kind of injustice to any one of them? Equally injustice we do to boys, that you are not supposed to do that, you are not supposed to go to the kitchen. Isn't it injustice? So why the boy should not go to the kitchen? Why should not he cook? So we tell them, no, this is not your work. So it is the parents who make, and although society is changing. All right. And all of you spoken so well, and it was very nice to be a part of. I listened to everyone. सबने बहुत अच्छा बोले और सबने सही बोले, because it's India is a very big country. It's a like a continent. We have matriarchal society in many places. In Kerala, we have matriarchal society. In Manipur, we have matriarchal society. Bora community, and also some of the Boro. I mean, Assamese Boro community. That Boro community, the matriarchal society, and there are other, even in Muslim communities, there are some matriarchal societies. Matriarchal families. So it's not that we have, but the matriarchal societies, as she talked about patriarchy and matriarchy, is less because of, I told you, because of the oppression for many years. But now women are coming up, and yesterday I met the police commissioner of Gautam Buddha Nagar, our district. She is a lady, and she may be 5'2" tall. She is just like any aunt, but the power of that commissioner of police, Lakshmi Singh, IPS, and she's the commissioner in Gautam Buddha Nagar. And the power I felt in her brain, in her thinking. So the whole city of Noida and Greater Noida, they are absolutely safe now, because she's so empowered, she's so strong. So we have to make ourselves strong, and at the same time, we have to make our children strong. Both the sons and daughters. It's not about sons. Sons should respect the sister, and sister should respect the brother. If we have respect for each other, then this discrimination, gender equality, everything will recede, everything will get down, and everything will reduce. So I think the love, compassion, respect, women have more compassion. It is a biological. We bear the child. We have child for 10 months. तो हमें बच्चों को पता है हार्ट बीट. हमें जितना प्यार बच्चों से है, पापा का नहीं हो सकता है. They have love, but we have 10 months more love. So women are compassionate more, women are more tolerant. So those are biologically, these are for hormone. So there's no contest for that. But at the same time, women are the one who are teaching their child, who are discriminating between the sons and daughters. So we must think, and we must, counsel the parents that it is your daughter, it is your son, whoever. I'm a principal. I counsel my parents that if your daughter is that, look at this lady. She's the CEO of this. And now in Greater Noida and Noida, all the highest posts are occupied by ladies. So I tell them, don't you want to see your daughter like this? So that inspiration should be there. And it was really, really very good to be a part of this forum and part of this discussion. And everyone spoke so well, very, very close to my heart, and very, very rightfully everyone said. And so discrimination jayega. Someday we shall overcome. We shall definitely overcome.
Yes, ma'am. We shall definitely overcome. And like for the last 4 days, we have been discussing about different topics. But the same thing that we have been seeing is, yes, somewhere in between that, the women are not allowed equal opportunities. They were not getting equal opportunities. And this is somewhere the reason that we say, like today we are talking about the gender gap in leadership role. This is somewhere the reason that exists. Yes,
who allows? Tell me who allows who. So it is the child, it is the mother, if she supports the girl, that I'm there for you, you fight for yourself, I am behind you. So if the mother can gather this courage, everything will change.
Everything will be done. Yes, you're talking about mother and also, but and it's a small question for all the panelists who are present here. I was reading an article which somewhere, well, it is not a fact always, but some of the ladies feel that motherhood sometimes becomes a hindrance in their promotions, in their leadership roles. Is it there? What do you think about it? Because today we are talking especially about the leadership role. So I would like to know who will, yes. Anyone who would like to speak? Shanali, now, your
Yeah,
pleasure
I
to you.
would like to talk.
Yes, see, I am in a leadership position, and yeah, to some extent, what happens when you become a mother, you have equal responsibility in your to bring up your child in a proper way, because it is that is why the our society, the societal mentality is like this, no? That it's the main responsibility of a child to grow up properly lies entirely upon the mother. So I can say my from my point of view, yeah, my husband or my rather my family, they were supportive of my working out, and because I have completed my studies and everything after my marriage only, even after the birth of my son. So I got that support. But at the same time, they expect that once I come back home from work, and immediately entire responsibility, the rest of the responsibility of our son is only mine. At the same time, when my husband is coming back, he can take rest or he can relax. But even when in your in-laws house or whether I'm at my parents house, they are all expect me to take care of uh, our son. So that is what I said, ki women are inborn multitaskers. Actually, actually we can handle if we are given a chance and we have that mindset. We can handle, because I used to wake up the whole night sometimes when my son was a very kid and all, and the next morning I have to go back to work and all. So that is how I passed that phase somehow. But yes, these days I can find some of my colleagues and all. Uh, I can find that they have kept some ayahs and maid and somebody to look after the child, so that both the husband and wife can take rest or like this. So things are gradually changing, because when I became mother, it was around 20 years ago. But in this 20 years time, a long period, now I can find things are gradually changing. That husband and wife share. Even I have taught my son like this, that he is expert in all household work and
So nice.
all. So,
So
because I have gone through such a phase, I had this in my mind that my son should know all the household works and cooking and everything. At a very young age, I have started to teach it. Okay, so that is how gradually, as Aditi ma'am said, na, it's entirely depending on the mother's mindset, how they are bringing up their child. So I want to keep when my son, I have a daughter-in-law, she should not suffer like I have gone through. So
there are 2
this is
points
how.
here. Yes, yes. One is that I feel that one is that economic, economic superiority. What you call, if the husband is earning more in many of the houses, when I was earning, say 10,000, my husband was earning 30,000. So he was the bread earner of the family. Okay, that's how that's the truth of the most of the in the families. We work, that's all right, we are empowered, we work, but most of the families husbands are the bread earner, and they work more in the office. At least my husband worked more in the office than I worked in as a teacher. I used to work. Now the things have changed. And also the funny thing, I'll wind up with saying some funny. Me and my husband, we share 50%, 50-50 everything. I'll tell you how. my husband my husband takes all the big decisions, whereas I take all the small decisions. My husband takes whether the world war should go on or not, whether Biden should go, where Russia should attack. So these are G20, what Modi should do. These all decisions are taken by my husband. And when the maid doesn't come, what should be cooked, when my child should go to school, these all small decisions are taken by me. So you see, it is 50-50. All the big decision of the world is taken by my husband in front of the TV. All small decisions, whether it's some Kamwali Bai will come, or my daughter has to be taken to school, what is her homework. This all small tidbit things is looked after me. Okay. So this is how the peace is established in my house.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
wonderful.
common, mostly common for all our users. Yes.
Okay,
I would
thank
like
you.
to add in that.
Yes, Preeti ma'am, please go ahead.
Actually, my husband and my son both supported me a lot. My son is in 12th standard now, and he keeps on telling me, Mama, you do this, do that. And that's the inspiration I'm getting. That's the motivation. You can say, once we get motivated, we do many things. So, from family only, there should be motivation.
That was
And
my
I
joke.
must say, yeah. So, my husband also takes care of 50%, not 50%, more than 50% things at home, because I keep on traveling and I spend almost 3 hours in traveling. So my husband, takes care of family also. Actually, he does many things. So
Oh my God,
I want
no,
to say,
not me.
like my husband, everyone's husband should be there so that women will be empowered. That is what I want to say.
My husband cannot do a single thing, and he only takes the big decision. The Biden should, what Biden should decide, and what Modi ji should say, that he decides. And for a cup of tea, he won't make. Okay, so that I have to come and make. Those are the small things. But okay, accepted. But I am empowered. I take my decision. That if I have to say no, I say no.
So basically, now in school, if you work in a school or college, the timing has increased, and like in a corporate office, whichever time you were spending, almost the same time we spend in a school. If you are in a leadership role, so it's compulsory to stay from 9 to 5, like 8 hours span you have to stay here. So earlier it was like that. If you were teacher or working in school or principal and all, maybe the time span was less. But gradually the time span is increasing, and it's almost, for my case, it's almost the same as if I compare as my husband stays in office. So in that case, what happens sometimes, because of certain positions, there is gap in earnings. Though I am in a leadership role, my husband is also in a leadership role, but because of the industries, I get less than whatever my husband is paid. So these things affect. Though I am a leadership in a leadership role, but my earning is less than my husband's earning. He is also in a leadership position. So sometimes what happens is that this is the things that these are small things, but this affect in while taking decision when you are living in a joint family, or suppose in a society also. These things will vary, obviously. So if we look in this through this viewpoint, then yeah, everybody will want my husband to take all the important decisions. Yeah. So like this, but gradually I think things are changing. If like mothers like us, if we bring up our children with a different mindset, gradually things will start to change. We can hope for that.
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. Surely we can hope for that. And because, yes, there's a very beautiful point raised by everyone. We need to be motivated, and we have to learn to use the opportunities. And just like a question which was raised by me, what do you think about the motherhood? And I would just like to tell you, especially when the women they face pregnancies when they're working. Well, this is something which is not said so openly. There is no such rules, but there are organizations which actually criticize, which actually discriminate women, which actually they just think that yes, now you're just become a mother, so you can't take up the responsibilities. And according to the government rules, yes, there are maternity leaves, but the private organizations, they don't go up for those rules. They don't give that 6 months maternity leave and all. Those are given by the for the women employees who are working in the government institutions or the government organization. But people like us who are working with private organizations, the private schools and colleges, we know that these rules are not followed by the private organizations. So this is
Yes.
somewhere which I just wanted to know from you people, like how this affects. And because of the pregnancy, because of the motherhood, sometimes the women have to leave their jobs also.
Leave,
So
leave
this
their job.
this is
Yes.
this is a blessing for us actually, but this is not considered in government organizations. Well, they have some more on reputation and all that, but in the private organization, they think that because no, so if you're going for a leave, who is going to do your job? Whom should we hire for 6 months and all? So there are so many questions. Sometimes it becomes because, and then when we get a gap of some 1 year, some 6 months and 1 year, obviously when you go for the other, so you that experience is not counted, right? And there it
Yes.
becomes a hindrance in going further at the further levels. So it is somewhere. It is not a hindrance always, but sometimes it becomes. Actually, it
We have patriarchal society.
The employment gap in between, yeah, this
We have
being,
patriarchal society.
yes.
And you know what? Because my daughter was studying gender studies, so you know where from patriarchal society start from. The whole idea of patriarchal society comes from the mother. Again, I tell you, the whole idea of patriarchal society comes from the mother of a son. Okay, if you have a son, that she believes in that, the things are changing. But when the mother is there and the son is there, the patriarchal society starts from there. The training of the mother to the son, that you are a son, you have to rule the lady of the house. So when the mother, I mean the wife becomes a mother, then she gets the leadership. Until and unless she becomes a mother of a son, she doesn't get the leadership. So that is very disheartening and very sad light. But this is existing in India, and this is one of the bases for discrimination, the same gender discrimination, what you call. So patriarchal society starts from mother, and that also mother-in-law. All right. So mothers and mother-in-laws, they install patriarchal society in the society. They teach their children, they teach their son. I don't know, she's a very good mother of a son, but I don't know how she's going to behave when her son's love is divided between her and the wife. So there may be a psychological imbalance, and then she can behave erratically and instill that patriarchal society. I'm not telling you, but that might happen. Be careful about that. Okay. So that is exactly what happens when there is a love is shared. The son's love. I had my son's love for 30 years, 25 years. Suddenly that love is divided. Okay. So mothers cannot. So that it is a lot of psychology, sociology, biology, all included in that. It's not that easy. Only way is awareness, and awareness, education and education for everyone, the boy and the
Yeah.
girl.
In society, sometimes I have experienced that women do not support another women.
Yes,
When one woman is progressing, you can find sometimes that
patriarchy starts.
another, yes,
Patriarchy
other
is
women
installed by
start.
women.
Yes,
Patriarchy
yes,
is
of course.
supported by women.
Yes,
yes.
that is always true. And if we start like debating over it and discussing over it, I think we can discuss over it for more few more hours. I think, especially when 4 to 5
Yes.
women are sitting together. And yes, as Shanwali ma'am said, yes. So this was a point which was discussed by in our summit, this Global Women Empowerment Summit 2 days ago. And this was the point which was said by Rajput sir, that yes, sometimes the women don't support each other. The women are the first one to pull the leg of another woman.
Women,
So that is
yes.
also true. And yes, with this, we come to the end of our session. And before leaving the session, I want you all the speakers to give a small message on this occasion. So let's start from Shanwali ma'am again. Ma'am, a small message for everyone.
Well, in one of the session, I just said with you only that everything depends on your mindset. All the limits are there in your mindset. So if you change your mindset, You can change your attitude, as well as you can progress, and also you can open door for others to grow and progress. So that is what my
Yes,
message.
ma'am. That's wonderful. And yes, Poonam ma'am, आप
ना यस मैम, बस 2 शब्दों में अपनी कविता के माध्यम से कहूंगी। ना समझ तू खुद को अबला, ना समझ तू खुद को अबला, एक सशक्त हस्ती है तू। ना समझ तू खुद को अबला, एक सशक्त हस्ती है तू। नर को जन्म देने वाली एक सशक्त हस्ती है तू। मतलब हम जब खुद को अबला नहीं समझेंगे, हम ही नहीं समाज का निर्माण किया है, तो कोई भी हमको दबा नहीं सकता, डरा नहीं सकता, कुछ भी नहीं कर सकता है।
Thank you, ma'am. And yes, Aditi Roy, ma'am, would like to listen from you, a small message from you on this occasion.
Thank you. And really, I love all the discussion, and it was wonderful. My message is that gender equality starts from love and respect. If you expect love and respect and love the one who is in front of you. Means what? If you respect, it's like a reflection. If you love and respect other, you will get back in turn love and respect. Gender equality will depends on the love and respect. Love all, respect all.
Thank you everyone. Aditi ma'am, Shanali ma'am, Poonam ma'am, and also Preeti ma'am, who was there with us for a long time and throughout the discussion. It was really great points which were coming up from you, and as per the topic that we had, gendership in the leadership, gender gap in the leadership role, joining with us and sharing with your views with us, and also special gratitude to the founder of Idym Group of Companies, Ravi Shankar sir, who has given us this opportunity, who has created this wonderful platform. In fact, sometimes I say this is the best virtual platform that has provided all of us an opportunity to connect with each other through this virtual platform where we have the right to express our views. And thank you to, obviously, when we are talking about Women's Day, I already told we have a CEO, Dino Latmi, a 16 years Dino Latmi, who's been handling all those works, and her mother, Zeenat ma'am. So thank you one and all associated with this event and this. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.